How does the Caro-Kann defense achieve central control in chess? Imagine a game where patience and solid planning lead to dominance over the center of the board. That's exactly what the Caro-Kann defense aims for. When black responds to white's opening move of pawn to e4 with pawn to c6, it sets the stage for a strong, flexible setup. The main idea is to prepare for pawn to d5 on the next move, directly challenging white's pawn on e4. This move creates a pawn chain that controls key squares in the center, like d5 and e4, without rushing into aggressive tactics. Unlike some other defenses, the Caro-Kann does not block the light-squared bishop on c8 immediately. Instead, it keeps the bishop free to develop outside the pawn chain, giving black more options for piece placement. The pawn structure c6 and d5 forms a sturdy barrier that limits white's ability to push forward easily. This setup helps black maintain a resilient position, ready to counterattack when the time is right. In the early game, black focuses on establishing this pawn chain, which acts as a foundation for the rest of the game. It's a strategy that emphasizes control over the critical central squares rather than quick attacks. Black's pieces develop behind the pawns, ready to support the center and respond to white's moves. Sometimes black will later push pawn to c5 to break up white's central pawns, but this is usually done after the initial structure is solidified. This approach leads to positions that are more positional and less about immediate tactical skirmishes. Black patiently contests the center, waiting for white to overextend or make a mistake. The Caro-Kann is favored by players who prefer a steady, reliable way to control the center without exposing themselves to unnecessary risks. It's a strategy that builds a strong foundation for the middle and endgame, where careful maneuvering can turn the tide of the game. So, in essence, the Caro-Kann defense achieves central control by creating a solid pawn chain that fights for the key squares in the middle of the board. It supports harmonious piece development and prepares black for a balanced, resilient game. This method of controlling the center is what makes the Caro-Kann a popular choice among players who value patience and positional strength.